How's it going, everyone? This is Mark with ATech. In this video, I want to make a real quick review of the elago W3 case for the AirPods. This just recently came out and I had to pick it up because it was just so cool. And I wanted to show you this little case here and also their W3 stand for the AirPods. So a few years back, elago came out with their W3 stand for the Apple Watch. What this is basically a classic Apple Macintosh. And what it did is it utilized nightstand mode on the Apple Watch. So whenever you dropped your watch in to charge, it started charging and then the screen would show the current time. So your screen on the Apple Watch is actually the screen of the classic Macintosh. It was really cool what you could do with this. And now they just recently came out with the W3 case for the AirPods. Now, unfortunately, we don't get a screen with this AirPods case, but it is actually very cool what they did. So instead of your watch being the screen as we had in this stand, we have a screen that says hello, which is very similar to Apple's way when they showed off the computer. It's really cool. The detail on the screen is very nice, and also the little floppy drive slot is pretty awesome. We also get something very similar on the W3 stand. The material is all silicone and rubber. It feels really great. It's a fairly thick and chunky case, so it's definitely going to add a lot of protection to your AirPods. It's really bouncy and it just feels really great. One thing I really like about this case compared to other cases for the AirPods is the fact that the top lid and the bottom are two separate pieces, meaning that when we flip up the lid, it's going to stay open until we close it. There is no physical barrier on the back of the case, meaning that it will be able to stay open and it's not going to fall back closed on its own. On the bottom, we have our charge port and plenty of room for that. While this case is thick, it still does work with wireless charging. If you have that case along with your AirPods, no matter which AirPods case you have, it will work with it, first generation or second, wireless charger or not. There is a little hole in the front of the case for your light to shine through. Otherwise, you can see the light up in the top. I think they did a really great job nailing the color of this case. We all know the ivory color of old computers. They did a great job with this one, and I think this color, while slightly different, matches much closer to what the real computer would look like. My only main issue with this case is just the alignment. It's a little off in some parts, and it doesn't quite line up perfectly like it should or it does appear in the pictures. Definitely not a big issue and something you can play with to get more right. It does take a little bit of playing around to try and get everything to line up just right. But nevertheless, I am still a huge fan of this case. It looks awesome. This is probably the only time I'm ever going to use an AirPods case. I've never used one before. I've never had a need for it. If you're looking for something like a lanyard loop, this doesn't have it, but this is purely aesthetics. It looks amazing, and if you're a true Apple fan, you're definitely going to like this case. You're definitely going to want to pick this up. And this is also a really cool product. I can't remember if we made a video on this or not, but this is really awesome. So also check this thing out. I really like this. You just drop your watch in and your watch becomes the screen for the classic Macintosh. It's really cool. So either way, these are two really awesome products. I highly recommend them. Links will be down below. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching as always. This is Mark with ATech, and I will see you in the next one.